Hello, Nigerians. It's unfortunately that we live in a country that is based upon one big lie, a country that everybody in the country just loves to lie. People don't say the truth. The truth have departed from us a very long time. And we have been living in this life for 65 years. What is the name of that lie? The name of that lie is called Nigeria. Nigeria as a country is based upon zero interest upon the masses. There is no Nigerian that get anything or gain anything as a Nigerian. If you want to talk about rich countries on earth today, Nigeria is involved. It's one of the richest countries on earth today. Recently, they just discovered one of the purest gas in the region, the southeast region, the Igbo territory, Imo State and I think Anambra State precisely. So why we are saying all these things is because some people have hijacked our beautiful country. I call it a country because we are still obligated or obliged to remain Nigerians. Nigerians have never given a chance for them to choose if they want to be Nigerians. We were forced to be Nigerian by the British. Until today, that same Nigeria, that same lie is still going on. What brought me here today is to discuss about the issue of Biafra. You know, before Nigeria, there was Biafra. And there will still Biafra when Nigeria will end. So what I want to understand today is why is the Nigerian government always irrigated or are always aggressive whenever they see anybody having the Biafran flag? Why do they not have problem with people who have their Oduduwa flag or their Arewa flag? Why is it just the Biafran flag? What is the meaning of that? Is that saying that the other two people, regions, are liars? They are not serious in their struggle of freedom? Or what is the meaning of that? Does that symbolize that the Biafrans are the only people who are serious about the freedom from this trap called Nigeria? So before the call came in, like I was saying, you know, the thing or what the Igbos are craving for, Igbos want a land that is free from corruption. We want a land that is free from these evil people who call themselves leaders, who are actually not leaders. They are just terrorists roaming up and down, trying to unalive us. You see, every leader we have today in Nigeria, they don't care about Nigerians. They just work for their selfish reasons, and they don't just mean good to anything or anybody. So what we are saying is this: the reason why we are craving for Nigeria to be restructured or divided is because we want governance to be reduced in a way that we can at least handle the affairs of governance, in a way that we the masses can be involved in the affairs of governance. Because, you know, Nigeria as a big entity, it doesn't serve good of anybody. We just have some criminals, like I said, who just steal, and they continue stealing. Nothing is working in Nigeria. The judiciary is zero, police zero, military. Now we see what is going on with our military. Our military have been biased and bought off. The military men have been unalive like chicken. Terrorists are in charge of Nigeria today, the Fulani terrorists. So this is one of the reasons we are telling you to restructure Nigeria or divide Nigeria. Because Europe was having the same problem. Till Europe divided themselves into smaller countries like 1 million, 2 million inhabitants, that's when that corruption stopped in Europe. So what we are telling you is this: we don't want you guys to leave you guys. We just want corruption to be minimized or corruption to be reduced. That is the quest of Igbos. So what we are telling you guys is this: please, let us all unite and divide this country peacefully, or we restructure the country so that every region will hold their leaders responsible, and there will be challenges. If we don't restructure Nigeria, there will not be no challenges. You see, like now, what Alex Oti of Abia State is doing is one of the reasons that all the governors in East are being challenged. They are being challenged to do one or two things. But if you see, Alex Otti is the only one working for the masses, and he's working and he's seeing. He doesn't even speak. He's just working and commissioning. This is the kind of governance we want. And there is no way we can have this kind of governance without fighting. So we want to fight for good governance. That's the only thing we are craving for. And understand that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is for your good. Never you stop praying if prayer works. Never you stop praying for him, because he's for your good. He's to liberate you and me. One thing I will tell you before I go. Anybody that the Nigerian government are looking for, know that that person is fighting corruption. Just remember that.